So let's go into specific details, parts that we've seen key changes to, right? So if you've had an audit before, one of the things they didn't really focus in on was incident response.
Mhm.
Well, now you have to have a plan. You must do this, right? So it's no longer, well, we'll get to it when we can. And let's be honest, in 2016, 84% of public safety agencies had not even thought of a plan yet. Well, I'm sure that's changed. I'm sure that number is much higher, but this is something we could all do better on. And now we must also update it annually. So if you did have it, it's time to take it out, dust it off, update the contact information, the other things that need to be updated, and include some of this new information so we can get there. The other side there is we must train on that. One of the things that we've always focused in on is training because it has a really good return on investment. It's a really good way to be more cyber secure from the get-go. So we must up our game as far as training on the incident response plan. How do we do that? Well, I suggest tabletops, walkthroughs, what ifs, right? And you throw some scenarios out there, you get the right people in the room, and you run through a bunch of them, and you guys will come up with additional things, right? You'll come up with new ways, or look at how the other CJIS breaches that have been documented through the ebook, et cetera, how they occur, and what kind of things did they have to deal with, and then trying to imagine what else the bad guys might do. All of those things, and as we adjust that, we write it down and we update the plan with those things. So you can take the plan out, use the training, and then use the tabletop to make sure that it meets the new requirement. So you're updating it annually at least. So kind of use that training to guide you through that update. Now, your plan must include, okay, these are the new requirements, a process to determine whether notice is necessary to individuals or organizations, including oversight organizations, about this actual breach, right? The incident itself. It may not be a breach. It may be an incident because they also call out DDoS, they call out malware, they call out spyware and other things. So as we look at this, we have to make sure that that plan includes what to do, who to notify. That also might be in the fact that, if it is CJIS data and citizens and CJIS individuals that are in that database, information is leaked, we need to prepare on how to deal with the liability, the consequences, and the notification thereof. So that's really what it's about.
We do
Now,
have a question, Sean.
please shoot.
So Peterson has asked where we can find the new requirements. The latest policy version is CJIS policy 5.9.4 was released back in December 2023. You should be able to find it if you Google that, but it is on the FBI.gov website. Sometimes it does take a little bit of digging to find, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to also suggest that when we send you a copy of this, when you receive this, that we will include a note or reach out to us. We're happy to get back to you with the actual link.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to use the link, but you can follow it, on their website to figure out exactly where to go. Okay. Thank you so much, Mira. Good question. And we love questions, by the way. That's exactly how we prefer to do it. All right. So we also have to have a process to determine what harm, embarrassment, inconvenience, unfairness might be to those individuals. So we can kind of define the liability by what things were exposed. And that's really what that's about. And then we have to make sure that we have measures in place to mitigate such harm, right? So that we don't have to do that. And so that's really what their goal here is, for us to include all of that in the incident itself and in the incident, post-incident process, which is part of your incident response plan. Incidents of applicable privacy requirements, try to say that 3 times fast. When we talk about that, the identification is really to find out what are these new requirements. Some of them are mandated here, others will be from your county. So you have to have privacy requirements. If you don't have that document, it is one that you need to create so that we understand how to fit it in, and then you can build that off of there. And they do give you good sources for that information. You don't have to